Hey guys, CJ back here with another video. So I'm a little sick, so just letting you guys know that. So if I do cough or mute my mic or my voice sounds funny, that's why. So I want to talk about Black Ops 4 specifically, and before I get into the main topic, which is of course Black Ops 4, and how it was officially confirmed, I want to let you guys know that I am hoping to do a live stream later today or maybe tomorrow, sometime discussing Black Ops 4 live with anybody who comes in the stream at the time. I'm gonna see if I have a supply drop. And I don't. Okay, so I remember my classes. My biggest thing with Black Ops 4. Okay, I'm a huge fan of Black Ops games. I love every single one of them. My favorite is Black Ops 2, partially for nostalgia, partially for I love that game purely because it's the last game I saw, like actually saw before I lost my sight. So that's a personal thing. But when it comes to Black Ops 4, I mean, we don't know what's going on with the game. We don't know anything about, what's going on, what detail, like, we don't know, like, anything. So, one thing I hope is that Treyarch decides to attempt, because, in my opinion, Treyarch is the most, is one of the better developers of the Call of Duty franchise. I do think Sledgehammer has done a great job with World War II. Of course, there's been some missteps in the game, but all in all, it's pretty good. What I mean is, with Treyarch, if you think about it this way, in terms of, so think about a blind and visually impaired gamer, like myself. What do we need in order to play the game successfully and be able to do our classes and do everything on our own? No assistance, right? You need easy menus to navigate that have clear indicators when you move around in the menu and go into different menus. For example, Black Ops 3, whenever you hit and went into create a class, it made a distinct sound whenever you hit X on create a class, so then you knew you were in your create a class slot. Same with the specialist, same with the black market. Like, each menu had its own distinct sound or dialogue or something. So, okay, chill phone, chill. So, overall, Black Ops 3 is pretty accessible in terms of the menus. Now, what about the gameplay? Gameplay-wise, Black Ops 3 was pretty easy to play. I mean, you have awareness, which helps increase enemy footsteps and gunshots and stuff like that, and Sixth Sense, which helps in team-based game modes. And so, it's pretty accessible, and it's clear when you hit an enemy with a bullet, of course with PPSH, whatever you use. Clear hit marker. Clear when you get a headshot, and same with Zombies. Zombie Chronicles, in fact, actually redid every single aspect of the audio they could do in Zombies, and that's why I play Chronicles maps almost exclusively now, because you have clear hit markers when you hit zombies. You can hear the bullet hit their skin, their flesh. There's clear there's little rubble that you walk around on. You can tell which rubble or where you're at based on which sound the rubble makes as you step on it. So that's Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2, let's take a look at it. Black Ops 2, the most accessible thing you had was awareness, which helped enemy footsteps and stuff like that. So that was great, and I loved it. In terms of menus, a little more tricky because they cycled through, so it was a little tricky to figure that out. But once you figured it out, it wasn't too hard to do. You basically had your creator class. There was no real distinct sound for it, but if you could figure it out eventually. It took a minute, but you could do it. And I guess this guy wants me to watch this supply drop. So overall, the menus in Black Ops 2 not too good, but they worked. The gameplay was a lot better considering you had awareness and stuff like that, so you could sound horror. I actually experienced Black Ops 2 for the first time being with my blindness the other maybe 3-4 months ago, when I had an Xbox One for 2 weeks. And I played Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1. I played Black Ops 2 more than Black Ops 1 because Black Ops 1, although a good game and it's really fun, Black Ops 2 was just more nostalgic, and I had more memories playing that game and I had more fun with it. Let's go about Black Ops 1. I'm just looking at Treyarch's history here. So Black Ops 1, you had, what was it called? Was it Ninja Pro that gave you awareness when you made it Pro version, or is that Hacker? I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been, no, it wasn't Hacker. It was something else. I think it was Ninja. But anyway, so the sound design in Black Ops 1, of course, it's 2010, so it's old. But you could clearly tell which guns are which because they had different sound effects for the reloading and the firing. Same with all the other Call of Duty games, you can tell. Not a big deal, you just have to pay attention. In terms of actually killing enemies, you have hit markers just like you do in Black Ops 3 and World War II and Black Ops 2. It's very clear. Okay, it's good audio, even though it's old, it works. When I played it on Xbox One. World at War I'm not gonna touch because I didn't really play multiplayer in World at War. I played Nazi Zombies. That's what I started on. I started on COD on Nazi Zombies, and eventually when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I was playing split screen with my uncle. So it was me, my uncle, and my brother. We played split screen. Anyway, so overall, Treyarch has had a good track record of making their menus accessible to the blind, making it easy for us to navigate and stuff like that, and as well as I'm gonna keep moving around so I don't get kicked out of the headquarters. I'm gonna go into gameplay here soon. Sorry, guys. And so overall, the menus have been pretty accessible, with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 being a little less accessible, but it still worked. What the hell? My phone's flipping out. And the gameplay-wise, Black Ops Trilogy, pretty good. They have well-designed audio engines, so you can tell when you're entering buildings, and like the sound waves will condense when you go inside, and they'll get louder as you leave because it's less like, you know what I mean? Like the sound design is really well done. The Modern Warfare games, I don't remember because I don't remember playing those games. I didn't really pay attention to the Modern Warfare sounds. It was more Black Ops where I paid attention to the sounds and stuff. So, anyway, so like I said though, the most accessible, like just all around accessible, was Black Ops 3. Because of awareness and sixth sense combined, and you turn down your vertical sensitivity, turn on aim assist, and make your horizontal sensitivity, your left right, as fast or slow as you want it. Like you could play blind really pretty good. Like I play like really well against bots. Actual players, not so much. But like the menus themselves are very easy to navigate. Take World War II and Black Ops 3 for example. Like they're 2 years apart, but there's such a 3 I think 3. 2, 3, something like that, I don't know. But there's such a major shift in the way the menus work. So, Black Ops 3, okay, when you start up the game and you go in the main menu, you go to the top, you have campaign. If you hit up on the D-pad, it does not loop. It does not go to the bottom like it's like just a constant loop. It doesn't just go up to the bottom and then just keep going up and down. It stops at the top, stops at the bottom. It does that in every single menu, except for the pause menu for some reason. When you're like in game and you pause to choose a class or something, it doesn't do that, so it's a little weird. Anyway, so that's a very good. Oh shit! Hold on, sorry. Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, so Black Ops 3's menus are very well designed for the blind and visually impaired. The gameplay was pretty good too. Multiplayer in Zombies, I forgot that too. Zombies is well designed, especially Chronicles. That's why Chronicles is amazing to me. The audio is really good, so I can play the map, no big deal. All of them. I hate being sick. World War II is a different story. World War II, there isn't as much detail in the audio. Okay, I'm gonna start with Zombies on World War II for the final Reich. There's not much detail in terms of the surrounding environment. Like, you don't walk around and you don't hear like just random rubble as you like kick it, or you don't hear like a distinct like, oh well, I mean of course you can hear when you're like underground or inside a building, so that's kind of nice, you know, that works. But like as you're walking around, there's no like ambient noise to like give you a sense of where you're at on the map. While Black Ops 3 Zombies, even like the Giant does that. Because like the different sounds for the teleporters and stuff, and there's different sounds for the footsteps, so different sound effects for different material you're stepping on. That's one key of why Black Ops 3 is accessible to blind and visually impaired, while World War II, not so much. You can kind of tell when you're like walking on gravel or dirt and some grass, and that's about it, and maybe some stone, but not as good as Black Ops 3. Infinite Warfare, I have no fucking idea. I never played that game. I didn't know. I did not want to. And the only ambient noise I've been able to find have been just like random fluttering sounds of that sounds like flags or something, which doesn't help at all when you're blind and you can't, like, if it's something you can't really interact with or walk past or, you know, get a bearing with, it doesn't work. So World War II Zombies is not really accessible. The menus, oh dear God, the menus. It is a pain to try and figure out like your mods and your specialists, all the stuff in Zombies. Your guards, not so much. Your attachments, yes, that's a pain. That's why I've resorted to like anytime I have to customize anything, my brother will do it for me. He'll help me, you know, mess with the stuff I want. Multiplayer wise, because I invested more time in it and I figured the menu is a lot quicker and easier. The menus in multiplayer are pretty good. They don't loop too much. One trick I learned very quickly was if you tap up on the D-pad and tap down on the D-pad or right or left, they will loop. The menus will loop. But if you hold it and just go to the very top or go to the very bottom, and then you just count, and then you go to the very top, say in the basic training, you want to get the hustle, go to the very top, hold down the D-pad up, and then go to the top. Okay, you're at the top of the menu, hit down on the D-pad 6 times, there you go, hustle, no big deal. But I mean, it's not hard to figure it out. It's just it can be a little tricky sometimes because excuse me. It can be tricky, but it's possible, and especially now that they redid the menus for the Shamrock and Awe event with the St. Patrick's Day, which, by the way, I'll be talking about that a little bit in another video if you guys want to hear about it, because I feel like I feel like they could have nerfed a few other guns or buffed a few others, stuff like that. Anyway, so one thing I was thinking of was that, or not thinking, sorry, I'm like rambling. The menus. So menus, World War II, not too bad. I can figure them out. The headquarters can be a little tricky, but if I have some buddies with me and I walk with them and follow them, it's not a big deal. The gameplay itself, it was good. It was really good. I used to be able to get 13 plus kills a match in free-for-all. But now, because Sledgehammer decided to nerf the footstep range and the sound of footsteps, I can't really play that good. Like, well, I can still play decently, but not as good as I used to, because now I can't hear enemies and, like, prepare for them and, like, okay, they're coming around this corner, and bam, there you go. Now it's like they're within, like, 5 to 10 meters. I gotta turn quick, I gotta react fast and do a 180 and, like, you know, get a 240 no scope, or, like, I gotta try and pull off some crazy stuff now. Of course, if I'm moving slow and not paying attention, I can hear them a bit further away, of course, but it's a little dumb that they could have added a basic training to counter it, like put an awareness or something, you know, or make a division entirely based around like trying to detect enemy players. Like, say for example, they would be a good counter for like the Mountain Division. So Mountain Division, you have like you're hidden from enemy controlled streaks, you're hidden from recon planes, and your silent footsteps, right? Okay, well, rather than be hitting from all that stuff, maybe make a division. I don't know what it would be called, whatever. But basically make it where, like, the first thing you get would be, of course it has to be specific to a gun, but I don't know what it would be, personally. I don't know. Anyway. Maybe you can make it where you can put a suppressor on any gun, or maybe a suppressor only on rifles, you know? That could, you know, turn out to be decent. But so like the first thing would be maybe a suppressor on ARs, so there you go, if you want to play a suppressed assault rifle class. The second like little upgrade thing could probably be like, I don't know, amplify enemy footsteps, and like any sound an enemy makes will be amplified. It'll be louder and you can hear it from further away, something like that. And then like the level 3 thing for that division could probably be where it's like your player, like your character calls out, like has a little, like makes a little like call out or something when the enemy isn't directly in your sights, like where you could actually hit them, like actually will end up hitting them, something like that. That would help the blind and vision impaired a lot. Same with the amplified hearing or the audio. Another thing probably would be maybe it would be where you hear enemy battle chatter along with your teammates. So that's one thing that I noticed is enemy battle chatter is muted while your teammate battle chatter is not muted in this game. So maybe they can add a division or setting for that, you know, so that we can hear the enemies call outs too, so you can get an idea of where they're at if you can't see them. So I mean, I don't know, that's just my opinion, you know. I think that'd be greatly beneficial. But anyway, overall, World War II is a fun game. I do love it. Black Ops 3, I think, is more accessible for the blind and visually impaired to figure it out and play the game. And you have like little things like the Ripper that can, like, they have little audio cues for that, so you can know when to rip somebody. But World War II, I think, to me, is a little more fun, just depending on the day. I just hope with Black Ops 4, I hope Treyarch continues their trend of being very accessible to the blind and visually impaired community and other disabled people, because you have things like Tracker in Black Ops 3. You had like the footstep thing, so you could see enemy footsteps. So like, say you're colorblind or something, right? You can't tell that that's an enemy, right? Not necessarily, because your crosshairs don't turn red, because say you couldn't see red, maybe, or something like that, or you couldn't see blue, like you couldn't tell. So Tracker will be able to tell you, like, hey, this dude is an enemy, you know, stuff like that. That's why, like, things like a target finder, I'm not pissed about target finders at all. In fact, I miss target finders because, one, they helped me when I couldn't see. When I was having trouble seeing the game because I was losing my vision, target finders helped me play the game because I could actually see the enemies from a good distance away, and I could actually, you know, hit them. And on top of that, I remember this clearly. The target finder, when you aim down sights and you have somebody like in the blue crosshair and it turns red, so to tell that, like, it changes color and makes a tone for when the enemy's in your crosshair and you can hit them. It actually does that. And that's what people think. That's one thing. That's why I wish the target finder was back, because it would help blind and visually impaired as well as colorblind. Like, it would help a good portion of people with disabilities. Just the one attachment that they could bring back would help quite a few. Blind and visually impaired. That encompasses colorblind and shit. But also, like, the deaf and hard of hearing, because they could see the big ass diamond. Like, hello, I'm a big diamond. I'm a big enemy. I'm an enemy. Hello, you know. Or maybe some person might have something where they don't associate enemies and friendlies. Maybe the diamond will help them with that too. Like, I mean, that's not like a physical disability. That could be a mental one. We don't know for sure. I mean, everybody's different. But you see what I mean, though, is one attachment could change everything. One perk could change everything for the disabled gamers out there, like myself, like other friends I have, and, you know. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a 19-year-old blind guy with a son. You know, I'm not a game developer. I'm not a coder. I'm not none of this, you know. You know, I'm not like trying to cater. I'm not trying to make a AAA title and cater to everyone. And I don't know. Oh no, I'm rambling too much. Like, if you guys do want to be part of that Black Ops 4 live stream conversation, just leave a comment down below, and I'll think about doing it later tonight, hopefully. And if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm actually gonna go and get some gameplay, maybe like 2 or 3 matches of free for all, and then I'll end the video. So hope you guys do enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you guys do agree with these ideas, don't forget to share the video, man. Like, just share it to your Twitter, to Facebook, to whatever. And just try and get some of these ideas floating, you know, just try and get some more traction by this, because this is important, not just to me, but other people with disabilities, like some of my friends, and it, like, a lot of people who are blind or visually impaired, you know, they want to be more a part of the multiplayer experience in terms of like Call of Duty, in terms of Battlefield, stuff like that, you know, because, yes, communities are toxic, but they still want to be a part of it because it's still fun, you know. So, I don't know, if you guys do care, you know, don't forget to share. If you guys care, don't forget it. Nah, that's a little model right there. Oh, dude, using a bar. Got a bar right back for you, buddy. Let's do this. And let's put a trip line down, because then I can. Here we go. Whoa, my voice, like, I like chilled out about what I was talking about. My voice like dropped like to baritone as hell. What the fuck? Oh no. Come on, somebody come try and kill me. Fired too early. Okay, wait. Let's use the Volk. I know they nerfed it, but it's not a big deal, because the recoil is not a big concern of mine, because I'm always crouching and pretty close to people, and the range isn't a big deal either, because I'm not going out like over like 50 meters or anything. I'm always close quarters with all my guns. Oh, you son of a bitch. Maybe I should switch to the Thompson, just because. Yeah, I'll switch to Thompson. damn you. Okay, let's try this again. That guy died over there. There's a guy with a sniper behind me. Oh, hello, buddy. How you doing?
Enemy striking my inbound.
Okay, I'm confused here. Is he really quickscoping everybody today? Is that his plan?
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Oh, you son of a bitch. He's behind me. Oh, come on, man. Okay, let's try this again. I am not good right now. It's probably because I can't really hear too much because I'm damn sick right now. Wait a minute. Oh, you little shit. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm not gonna get mad. Come on. Okay, let me think. Should we use a base gun? I'll try base gun a little bit, I guess. Oh, shit. None of those hit that guy. What the hell?
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Aha! I still hit him. I'm okay with this.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Where'd he go? Oh, you little bastard. He really took fall damage and a shot from PO8. Okay. And he probably didn't take too much damage, though. I want to get the 1911 so I can, like, just one-shot somebody if they're weak enough. Oh, I heard that. Come on. Oh, okay. Maybe I should switch to the shotgun. That might help. What in the hell? Oh, sniper rifle probably. Yep. Car 98K, probably using iron sight. Damn it. Ah. I did terribly. Well, I tried. That's all I can say. So, hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And goodbye.